Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to be comparing numbers. We are going to be comparing two numbers and we're going to be figuring out which number is the smallest and which number is the largest. Before we begin, let's go over the comparing signs. Okay, we're going to be looking at these two numbers in order for you to be able to understand what each comparing sign is. So we're going to be looking 2 and 10. Okay, let's go over the first comparing sign. The first comparing sign is this one. This sign means less than. So I'm going to write less than. This means that our first number is less than our second number. So if we do our example for two numbers that we have on top, 2 and 10, we are able to say that 2 is less than 10. And we know that this is true because 2 is smaller than 10. So we could say that 2 is less than 10. Let's go to the next sign. Our next sign looks like this. This sign means greater than. So let's write greater than. So this means that our number to our left, our number in this side, is bigger than a number on this side. So this will look like this. We could say that 10. We can say that 10 is greater than 2. And we know this because 10 is bigger than number 2. So we could say 10 is greater than 2. And let's go over our last sign. Our last sign is this one. Equal. So equal means that both numbers are the same. So we could say that 2 equals 2. And we could say that 2 is the same as 2. So this would make sense. Or we could say that 10 equals 10. So that means that both numbers are the same. Now that we went over the comparing signs, now we're going to go over the examples. So let's get started. The numbers that we're going to be comparing today is 35 and 43. So in order to look at the numbers, we're going to go to a number chart and we're going to locate both numbers. So let's look at the first one, 35. So if I look at my first number, I know that it starts with a 3, so I'm going to locate number 3. When I find it, I'm going to look for 35. So I'm going to highlight it. Now I'm going to look at my second number, 43. It starts with 4, so I will go to my 4s, and then I will locate 43. Now I'm going to look at the numbers to see which one is the largest and which one is the smallest. In order to do this, I am going to be looking at my tens. If you need a refresh on which one is your tens, you could go back to the previous video and it will explain to you which one is tens and ones. Okay, So we know that our ones are always to our right. So I'm going to write O for ones, and our tens are the next one to our left. So I'm going to write my tens. So now that I wrote tens and ones, I know that my 3 is on my tens and my 4 is on the tens. So I'm going to be comparing both numbers 3 and 4. So I know that 3 is smaller than 4. So I will know that 3 will go first, is my smallest number, and then 4 will be my biggest number because 4 is bigger than 3. So now I'm going to see where should I be putting my sign. If I will be putting 35 is greater than 43, or if I'm going to put 35 is less than 43. Okay, so I know that 35 is smaller than 43. So it will make more sense if I say 35 is less than 43 because 35 is smaller than 43. I'm not able to say that 35 is greater than 43 because 35 is not greater than 43. So then my sign should be facing number 43 because 35 is less than 43. We are going to do 2 more examples before you get to do it by yourself. Okay, the next number that we're going to be doing is 23 and 29. Okay, so I'm going to go to my number chart and I'm going to locate both numbers, 23 and 29. So I found 23 right here, so I'm going to highlight it. And now I'm going to do my next number, 29. So I know that it's right here, and I'm going to highlight it now. Now, I'm going to compare both numbers, 23 and 29, to see which one is my greatest number and which one is my smallest number. So in order to do this, we can divide the numbers into our tens and ones. So I could divide number 23 into 2, and I could write a T for tens, T for tens, and O for one. And I could do the same to 29. Divide the number and write T for tens and O for one. So I'm going to be looking at my first number, our tens. Our tens is a 2. So our first number is the same number. So now we have to look at our ones to see which one is the smallest. So we have 3 and 9. So I know that 3 is smaller than 9. So I could say that 23 is less than 29. So by looking by my numbers, I could tell that this number is the smallest, and this number is my largest. So I'm going to write larger, small. So now I'm going to use my comparing signs to see which one is it going to be. If it's going to be my less than, or my greater than sign. So let's see. If I put this one, I would say 23 is less than 29. Does that make sense? Let's see. Let's do the next one. Can I say that 23 is greater than 29? I don't think so, because 23 is my smallest number and it's not greater than 29. So I cannot say that is greater than. So do the next one, the first one that we did. Can I say 23 is less than 29? Yes, I could say that 23 is less than 29 because 23 is my smallest number and 29 is my biggest number. So I could say 23 is less than 29. Our last example is going to be the numbers 19 and 46. Okay, let's locate both numbers in a number chart. So I know 19 is going to be next to 20, so I'm going to highlight 19. Then I'm going to look for 46. 46 starts with a 4, so I find my 4 and then I find 46. Now I'm going to be comparing both numbers, 19 and 46. I could do as before, separate the numbers and find my tens and ones. So let's separate the number and let's write a T for tens and an O for ones. The same to 46, a T for tens and an O for ones. Okay, so let's look at the first one, our tens. So if I look at my tens, I will see that in 19, I only have 1 10. In my 46, I have 4 tens. I'm going to see which one is the greatest one and which one is the smallest one. So I know that 1 is less than 4 and 4 is my greater number. So I could say that 19 is my small number. So I'm going to write small. And 46 is my greater number because 4 tenths is greater than 1 10. So I could say 46 is greater. So I'm going to write greater. So now I'm going to see which sign am I going to use. If I'm going to use the less than, or greater than, greater than. So let's see. If I put that 19 is greater than 46, it will not make sense because 19 is not bigger than 46. So no, it will not be 19 is greater than. So I will take the sign off and put the other sign. Can we say that 19 is less than 46? Yes, we could say that 19 is less than 46 because 19 is smaller than 46. And remember, the sign is always facing the greater number. In the next video, it will show you how you can make your own number generator to compare numbers.